This is Vargas recording live from the Vargas Vault. Just finished recording a comic book collection video. So I have a couple more time, and I decided to do another pickup video for regular Vault stuff. Not going to be that much. It's only been a week since I recorded the last video, so not that much to talk about. But still some stuff to talk about, so here we go. Picked up through Movie Freak Bazaar. He had this. He always has his sales, but for this 1 week, he had that if you paid your your purchases early, you would get one of 4 calendars. And I don't think I talked about this one before, but if I did, I apologize. But this is the one I got. I got a Star Wars calendar, 16-month calendar. And you have Vader, C-3PO, Princess Leia, R2-D2, Boba Fett, Luke Skywalker, the Temple of Jabba, Millennium Falcon, Chewie, Han Solo, X-Wing, Yoda, and I'm going to say Coruscant, the main capital of the Republic. So yeah, thought this was pretty cool. Still sealed. I actually need to open it. I think I'm going to take it to work. Because, a lot of people, I'm old school, so I still like calendars, but a lot of people don't, because they use their smartphones and stuff like that. Always on the lookout for things for costumes for Halloween, and you know me, if I see something interesting, I'll pick it up, and I'll think how I can integrate it into a costume. And this one, I saw the lady that had it gave it to me super cheap. It's brand spanking new. It has just one little dot that got scratched. But it's some goggles. They're actually ski goggles for skiing. So I don't see myself skiing anytime soon. But I like, buying stuff for costumes. I think this is pretty cool, in my opinion. You might disagree, but you're, of course, open to your opinion. But I saw these and I thought, well, yeah, I can use this for a costume. They're pretty cool. They're kind of futuristic looking. But of course, they're for skiing. And if I ever decide to go skiing, you don't get much snow over here, but I could go to Big Bear and, just wear these bad boys and start hitting the slopes. Probably won't, because I probably break a leg, but still, I thought I had all these ideas for these babies and costuming. So, goggles. I don't know anyone that doesn't own a pair of goggles, and I actually own black one, the blue ones. I bought the silver steampunk ones, and now, oh yeah, and I have those spy ones. I have the light, and now these. So yeah. You're probably asking yourself, why the hell do you need so many goggles? You never know. That's the thing. You never know. Also, it's been a while since I picked up a wrestling mask, because I haven't come across. I've actually haven't gone to see. It's been a good. Well, all of January I didn't get to go to any live event. There's going to be one on the 16th of February. I want to go see that one because Rey Mysterio is going to be in it, but I haven't been able to find the tickets. So I haven't actually been able to go to any live events to look for masks, and I haven't had the disposable income to actually, go hunting for some. But I was downtown. I stopped by at one of the stores that I frequent that sell wrestling stuff, and they had this one, and the guy knows me, so he gave it to me really, really cheap, and I like it. It's made out of fabric. It's not made out of the fabric and foam. It's just fabric, and I found that these are actually better because I don't overheat as much with them. And this is a green tiger mask. I like the back. I like the texture here on the back because it looks like tiger stripes. Like the more recent ones I've bought, they have the little tongue here on the back, and it has Wolverine hair here. It has mutton chops, and it's tiger here. I haven't been able to figure out what wrestler this is for. because for a moment I thought it was Tiger Mask, just a green variant of Tiger Mask. Tiger Mask, of course, being a very famous Japanese mask wrestler who's had there's like 5 Tiger Masks right now. The character continues on, but the wrestler, whenever his time is up, he releases the mask to someone else. So you have Tiger Mask 1, Tiger Mask 2, Tiger Mask 3, Tiger Mask 4. So I'm not sure if this is a color variant of Tiger Mask, or at least one of the versions, because the version I'm more familiar with has like a red thing here, and then Tiger Mask 2 has a 2, then 3 has a 3, then 4 has a 4, and then the 5th Tiger Mask does have a different design. Doesn't have the spot, but has like a tiger thing here. So that's what led me to believe that it was a color variant for the Tiger Mask. But I did some research online, and there's no Tiger Mask that looks like this. So then I thought maybe it was Tigre Casas, which is another masked wrestler here in El Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, CMLL, that has a mask. His mask is really cool because it's white, and it has like a scar on one of the sides. Looks really, really cool, but it's not that either. And so I'm at a total loss whose mask this is. And I've researched all the wrestling pages that I know, checked online databases, nothing. I can't find jack shit information on this mask. But whoever it is, whatever wrestler this mask belongs to, or this mask is inspired, it's pretty cool. I freaking love the way that this looks. The only other tiger feline kind of mask I have is the mask for Felino, which is the black one with the red thing, and also has mutton chops, but this one has them longer, like that. So I'm want to say this is a color variant for Tiger Mask, because Tiger Mask is, again, has different designs and has yellow instead of green. So it might be, but I bought it because it looks cool. It's very comfortable. This being fabric as opposed to foam and fabric, it doesn't heat up as much. Very comfortable to wear. Looks more professional because of the thing here on the back. And I just fell in love with the look of it. It looks cool, in my opinion. You might disagree, but I like the little touches that make it look like an actual tiger mask, like the things here and the thing here on the nose and these things. I fell in love with it, got it super cheap, got a great deal on it. So yeah, added one more mask to the collection. Because although I don't have that many masks, that's a beautiful thing about collecting masks. There's like so many really kick-ass designs. For people, I mean, for all I know, that guy might be an independent design. I don't know. But so many cool looking masks, and the guy said that in a month's time he was going to get some new masks, so I might get some more. Went to a flea market, and continuing with the costume thing, the only one of 2 spots that I went to visit had this, and while I'm not a big fan of the design, because I like the original better. This one was super cheap. It works, so I bought it, and this is from the 2017 movie, the Power Rangers Morpher. So this is if you didn't grow up with the Power Rangers, you don't know how that worked, but they would have like something similar to this, but it looked more colorful, and they would scream, "It's morphing time!" They would grab the thing, and animation would pop up with lightning and everything like that. Still feel kind of sick from the lungs, so bear with me as I catch my breath. So that design was pretty cool. I liked the design. They've had all these really weird morphers throughout the years, but in my opinion, nothing as cool as the original one. And I've seen a couple episodes here and there of Power Rangers just to catch up on what's going on, like Dino Thunder or Ninja Storm or stuff like that. They were part of Disney, but then Saban bought them back, I guess. And to restart the Power Rangers, they released a new movie, which, I'm not gonna lie, looked like garbage. It really looked bad. It looked bad. The design for Alpha 5 was nightmare-inducing. I don't know what the hell they were thinking with that. It was like a little alien thing, and Sordon by Cranston looked cool. I give him that look. That one looked cool. But then the Power Ranger costumes looked bad. Rita Repulsa looked terrible. So I didn't go see it, and I haven't seen it. But I still like, have fond memories of the original Power Ranger. So I had no interest in the new one. The costumes look ridiculous. It looks like they were ripping off Iron Man. But I saw this thing, and they gave it to me for $2, which I thought was a fair price. They were actually going to give it. They were giving it for more expensively, but they were like, you know what? I don't think this thing works anymore. Take it. And it's the Morpher, but it has all 5 coins. So in the original Power Rangers, you would have a Tyrannosaurus, a Pterodactyl, Mastodon, Triceratops. Oh, and I forgot what the other one is. Tyrannosaurus, Pterodactyl, Mastodon, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger. So this one has all of them. But as opposed to the original one, and I'm going to do that quite a bit, the original coins look pretty cool because they look like coins, but you could clearly see the animal. And in these, they're like techno coins, and you can barely make out what's inside, except for the color. That's kind of the only indication you got of the thing inside. But this is the Morpher. This is the Power Rangers Morpher. I don't like the fact that it has no color. The original one has basically the same design, but it has here a red thing here that says Power Rangers. And so it's more like techno-organic, which is the look they were going for in the movie. I like the coloring. I mean, there's no color here, but I like the texture. This part's like shiny stone, and this one's like different. Kind of looks like the texture from a sound speaker. So basically, what you do is you turn it on. I actually turned it on the wrong way. So you have to prime it like this. Turn it on, and then you do 1, 2. And that's how you do the morphing thing. And it has some sort of technology where if you put in the coin, it just if it doesn't have a coin, it doesn't do anything except do that. Just as that. It has 4 little small LEDs, but when it really does something is when you do the coin. Let me see if I can get. There we go. You can barely see the Tyrannosaurus when it hits the light properly. I hope you guys can make that out. So it has the Tyrannosaurus, the Mastodon, the Triceratops, Pterodactyl, Saber-toothed Tiger, and you put this thing here, and that's how you would morph. I like the fact that, when it opens and then it closes, this thing, oops, almost dropped the cell phone here. It closes and it has like a morphing thing. It has some things that I think were cool. At first I didn't think it was going to work, but then I changed the batteries, works fine. So as a gimmicky thing, I suppose it's cool. It doesn't have the same nostalgic impact of going, it's morphing time, like it did with the original one with the morphing thing. But, it has all 5 coins, it works. It's a Power Rangers thingy. I don't think I have any Power Rangers stuff. And I like the shape of it. I hate the fact that it doesn't have any color, but I like the shape of it. Like, it's morphing time. But yeah, just picked it up because it was cheap and it was a costume thing. I could go as a civilian Power Ranger maybe. With the goggles, yeah, I'll sport the goggles like, it's morphin' time! Bought some old school CDs, went to a flea market where I bought that thing, and another place where I usually find movies. Didn't find that many movies, but I did get the Blues Brothers soundtrack. This is the original soundtrack for the movie The Blues Brothers. I like the movie. Avoid the sequel, Blues Brothers 2000. It's not that good at all. But this one's pretty cool. I like the movie and I like the soundtrack, so super happy to add this to my movie soundtrack collection. And also picked up the Jackson 5 Anthology. Has 21 songs on disc 1 and 15 songs on disc 2. Some of them never released before on album. And it's an anthology, so like I mentioned, it has disc 1 and disc 2 of the Jackson 5 before, Michael Jackson, through his talent, became really big and separated from the Jackson 5. From Movie Freak Bazaar, I picked up the Ultimate Ric Flair collection, and I gotta do this. When you talk about Ric Flair, you gotta do woo! Ric Flair collection. It has it's not documentary and then matches. It's like bullet points for Ric Flair in his career. It has Ric Flair talking about big moments in his wrestling career, and then it has a match. And then it goes to the next thing, and Ric Flair talking like, this happened, this happened, this happened. It has interviews with other people, and then a match. So it's very weirdly structured. It's very similar to the life and times of Kane, where the same thing. Kane talks about something, then there's a match, and then Kane talks about something else. So it's not just a single doc and then a couple of random matches. Everything, all 3 discs, are documentary with matches. So I like that design a lot better. I think that flows better. And it has all of Ric Flair's big matches from his earlier career to his later careers in WWE. The big highlight for me is that it has the complete 1992 Royal Rumble. And of the old guard, that's like the best Royal Rumble because it had Roddy Piper, it had Hogan, it had Macho Man, it had Jake the Snake, it had The Undertaker, it had IRS, Repo Man was in that, Ric Flair, Tito Santana, it had the British Bulldog, it had all these big names, so that's, from the old guard, that's the best Royal Rumble. And of course, Ric Flair came in at number 3 and won the thing, and that was pretty cool. Though at the time I didn't know, because you have to go back in time to, or be an old guy like me to remember it, but it would start with Bobby Heenan carrying the big gold belt, saying that, Hogan, your time's up, the real world champion is coming, and he, is the owner of this belt, which was a big deal because the big gold belt was part of WCW, but something happened where they didn't want to pay Flair his deposit on the belt, so he kept the belt and he took it to WWF. It was a big deal, and then Ric Flair came out as this champion. And as a kid, I didn't know this before. There was no internet, and I only followed WWE. I didn't follow any of the other territories. So I don't know who this guy is. Who's this guy? Where do you get this belt? And honestly, the original big gold belt looked pretty sweet. It looks very, very cool. The original big gold belt looks amazing. You can get a better picture here. And Ric Flair and Bobby Heenan were like with this belt, and I'm like, wow, this guy's a big deal. He's a champion, and what's going on? And now he went into Rumble and he wins the belt, the WWF belt, and it's like, oh crap, this is awesome. So yeah, then he was in WCW, and then he came back as part of he came back when he after the Invasion angle, where he was part owner of WWF or WWE then, and then he had a feud with McMahon. Then he was part of Evolution. So Ric Flair has had a bunch of history with wrestling. A lot of people consider him one of the greatest wrestler of all time, and he's really, really good. This is pretty cool. This is amazing. There's another one called the Definitive Ric Flair Collection. And of course the one with the 4 Horsemen. I would want to get the 4 Horsemen one and then the other one, but this one's pretty cool because of that Royal Rumble. Just really, really awesome sauce. So yeah, I love those 3-disc sets. For my daughter on the Wii, I picked up this Crayola Colorful Journey. It's basically like a simple platformer, but you use the Wii to color parts of The World That Are Missing Color. I haven't popped it in, so I hope she likes it. This one is a blind buy. I have no idea what it's about. But it was there, and it's David Carradine in Circle of Iron from a story by Bruce Lee. Supposedly, according to this thing, Bruce Lee wrote the story, and he was going to star in it, but unfortunately he passed away. So David Carradine, took up the role of the character that Bruce Lee was going to do. So it's martial arts, and I'm a big sucker for martial arts. I freaking love martial arts. So I'll give this one a watch, but I have no idea if it's good or bad. And in Movie Freak Bazaar, when I went to pick up Ric Flair, I picked this one up because it's the last volume of Avatar, The Last Airbender, Book 3, Fire, Volume 4, which is the last of these Avatar, The Airbenders DVDs. There's like 12, I want to say 12 total, maybe 16. I'm not sure, but I like Avatar, The Last Airbender. The animation was beautiful, the characters were super cool, the story was amazing, so really, really awesome. Haven't seen Legend of Korra, but this is pretty sweet. Which really sang when M. Night Shyamalan did his live action version, and it sucked. So yeah, that was the short on stuff, long on me talking pickup video. Like always, I like to recommend the standouts of the collection, and because it's new, I'm going to recommend the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! Definitely expect a review once I'm done with it. I'm up to the half of disc 2, and I want to get to disc 3 because disc 3 is the Royal Rumble one. So expect a review sooner rather than later. So yeah, that was the pickup video. Recommend that Ric Flair one. It's awesome. It's Morphin time! Oh, didn't do it. Well, it would have been Morphin time if this thing was was cooler. Actually, it had the same sound effect as that Iron Man arc reactor I picked up. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you can, leave a comment. I appreciate getting some feedback. Thank you so much to the new subscribers that I got. Last time I checked my subscriber count, I was up to 184. So I appreciate the extra subs. And to those awesome, beautiful people that continue watching my channel and supporting my channel, going on 10 years on March. Thank you so much. You know who you are. You're awesome. And thanks so much for that. So until next time, this was Vargas in the Vargas Vault. Thanking you all and signing out.